What's up YouTube? Welcome to the Techno Video Show. Today I'm going to be doing my top favorite 3 games for the Mac. Now a lot of people don't like to play games on the Mac simply because there's not a big variety, and I agree there's not a big variety of games for the Mac simply because it's not a gaming console. However, that is changing. There's a lot of games that are coming out now that are being made for the Mac. One of them is my favorite game right now for the Mac, but we'll go over that in a little while. So let's get started. The first game I want to go over is Peggle. Now, Peggle is made by PopCap, and the object of the game is to get rid of those orange pegs on your puzzle board. And you have a couple balls. Right now, as you can see, I have 9 balls. You can use those balls to get rid of all the orange pegs on your screen. You hit the blue ones, you also get a bonus. You hit them all, you get a bonus. You can knock every single peg out. The neat thing about Peggle is that there's different power-ups in the game, and there's different characters. As you can see right now, I'm a unicorn. As you progress through the game, you get different characters, which each have their individual power-ups. Now, some power-ups might, like this one, for instance, the unicorn. His power-up lets you, it puts like a guided arrow to where the ball is going to land. So that's pretty cool. You can kind of anticipate where you're going to hit. But there's other power-ups in the game, really neat ones. This game looks like it's easy and it might be a kid's game, but believe me, it's not a kid's game. It gets really challenging towards about the first 10 levels when the game really gets challenging and it really starts picking up and getting interesting. But it's a really fun game. If you haven't played it, I suggest you go and get it. It's called Peggle. It's by PopCap. I believe it's $9.99. You can get it on Steam, or you can buy it as a standalone game. There's another variation of that game that just came out. It didn't just come out, but it came out not too long ago. It's called Peggle Nights. It's basically the same type of game, but the themed, the backgrounds of the puzzle board, they're more like night themed, and the game has a real cool feel to it. It's a pretty good game. It's the same game. So, if you like this one, you'll like that one. Our next game that I want to talk about is Unreal Tournament 2004 for the Mac. Now, yes, this game did come out in 2004, so it is pretty old, but it's a really fun game, and I just got this game last week, so I'm still fairly new to it. But as you can see, there's still a lot of people that play this game. It's not gonna be hard to find a match to play. There's plenty of people playing online, so you don't have to be worried about it's came out 6 years ago, I'm not gonna find anyone to play with online, the single player sucks. It basically is a multiplayer game. So yeah, the single player is kind of boring because you're just fighting against a bunch of AI bots. So but I mean, as you can see, I found a game pretty much in less than 2-3 minutes. So I mean, that's pretty fast, especially for a game that old. As you can see, the graphics are still pretty good. Now this has been rendered down because I'm doing the screen capturing, but when you have this game in full screen, it really looks great. I mean, it looks almost as good as some games that are on the Xbox 360 and the PS3 right now. I really enjoy it. I mean, I suck, as you can tell. Look, I mean, I die every 3 seconds, but I'm getting used to it. I'm not too good at first-person shooters, especially the ones when you're using a mouse on a computer. I can play the ones on the consoles with the control. I'm pretty good at those, but I'm still new to this whole mouse thing, mouse and keyboard movement. So yeah, but definitely check out Unreal Tournament 2004. It runs smooth. I mean, pretty much anyone's current Mac, Intel-based Mac, will run it pretty smoothly. I mean, it's a really old game, so it should run fine on your computer. Like I said, don't worry about not finding matches. You'll find plenty of matches, and you'll get pwned just like I did. The last game I want to talk about, which is my favorite game so far, probably for this whole year, is StarCraft 2. Now, when StarCraft 2 came out, there was a lot of talk because people wanted to play it on their Macs, but it was only going to be available on PC. However, during the middle of the development, I guess Blizzard decided, you know what, it's a good idea to have it so that also our Mac fans can also play it, and they did. In the middle of development, they made it so that it also works as a native Mac OS 10 game. So I mean, it runs smooth. You don't need any separate patches for it to run on your Mac. It'll run right out of the box on the Mac. And one thing they did over the first StarCraft is they improved the matchmaking. The matchmaking is great. it ranks you with other people that are your same rank. So when you're in a match, if you suck, you'll be placed with someone else that sucks. If you're good, you'll be with someone else that's good. So you're not, it's not always an unfair battle. Um, so that's pretty cool. The graphics have definitely stepped up in StarCraft 2 from the first one. I mean, they're sharp, and I mean, running on my MacBook, it runs. I can run all the settings on high, and it doesn't lag. It doesn't, there's no screen tearing. I average about 35 to 45 frames per second with all the settings on high. Now I have the 15-inch i5 MacBook Pro, the basic model, so you can compare it with that. Another thing about this game is that it has a really, really good single player. Now I've gotten about halfway through the single player campaign, but I've just been into the multiplayer. Now most people that buy this game are going to play it strictly for multiplayer, but I mean, if you want to venture into the single player, it's also a great idea. It's real good single player. It's not boring. The storyline's real deep. It's pretty good. So I suggest and recommend these 3 games for you guys, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And we also have a Techno Show podcast on iTunes. So just search it under Techno Show, and it'll be on there. Subscribe on there too. That'll help us. And see you next time. Thanks.